Do-do-do-do. I think Lincoln was asking if I was going to go live. My scene's not selling. Oof. Big rip. Okay. There we go. Lincoln? Hi, Lincoln. I think we're going to do a bit of, what's it called? A bit of this area? I think a bit of foraging. And then, hey, I asked hello. You did ask. He did. You guys both like DM me all the time asking when I'm gonna go live. It's like, guys, sometimes I want to play Warframe with my friends. Also, it's kind of better if I stream after like 3 p.m. my time, because that's when my siblings go to work. So I'm less likely to have them just running around the house saying stuff or like messing with the internet by downloading and updating games. So that's also why I don't stream on weekends, because they're home and they want to, you know, play video games and not have to worry about the internet being throttled by streaming, which I'm pretty sure it doesn't do as bad as they say, but you know, whatever. I respect them, so I don't. Oh, but yes, we are of the live. There's not really like a lot of consistency. I was gonna do Satisfactory today with my friend, but he said tomorrow. Instead, we played Warframe for a bit. You need to go to sleep? What is your time zone, bud? I thought you said you were only a couple hours ahead, both of you. Are you guys not in the great US of A? Because I assume that either all my people are from the United States or from Germany. I do get a couple from Hong Kong. It's 2 a.m. What are you, Australian? No, even in Australia, it's not that bad. Where is 2 a.m.? Hong Kong? It's 8 for you? Sweden? That's not bad. Sweden's cool. I got no gripes with the Swedes. You guys be lit. I need to get her to being max so I can get the next talisman upgrade. What is this looking like? Oof. Look at that. That's pretty good. Getting my sweep up like that. Slash recipe. Fig. Oh, it's down there. Where's that sound coming from? Okay, we might be doing... I think I want to do Spooders today. If you have like full 15 or 16 wolf teeth... golden. I have 20,000 wolf teeth. Wolf teeth aren't that expensive, I don't think. And you get them pretty quickly when you start grinding out to your 4s. But for you, because you're trying to like speed run the system, you need to work on getting your Enderman equipment and armor, and then start grinding in the end for a bit until your combat gets high enough. You just spent 11 mil to your magical power? Okay, that's good that you're doing that, but I was talking about Mallow. Also, I'm starting to question, I think right now, since this is epic, this is better, but I think later on, running the, running this cloak might be better. Because that's some pretty good stats. Once it's legendary, I will. You're just trying to get a mana flux? Oh. I don't think mana fluxes are that good, and then you need a expensive drop to get the overflux. So I wouldn't suggest for that for you right now. What you should be working on is a better sword. It's through the Slayer of... You get it through Sven Slayer, Wolf. / recipe mana. It takes a radiant power orb and some other stuff. Oh, it gives plus strength. So it's not bad. I can see why you'd want that. Okay, I need to go into here. Get my things all set up. I think I want it like that. Yeah, that looks about right. Oh, and then I need to switch pets. There we go. Is Mushroom Cow good for wheat? It's meh. If you don't have elephant, it's decent. I don't know if he's watching. Also, they changed like how lurkers work, so watch out. And when I say lurking, I mean lurking in streams might flag you as a bot. I've seen a couple people get falsely flagged, but I don't think it's that big of a deal most of the time. That is a tier 4. I think I can just kill it real quick. Come on. You got it. Come on, bud. There you go. There you go, bud. What is he running? Wait. What is that guy running? He should be wearing a different helmet. I don't think that helmet's good on him. Because of the set bonus, it's not that great. And it's better to run a different helmet that gives you just better raw stats. I'm not high enough for farming level to use Fermento, though, so... Is Blue Cheese watching the stream? I don't actually know if that matters. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. I don't know if I'm better off farming with the rabbit or going for more fortune until even if I have crappie. Well, I have my personal opinion, but that's gonna vary on what he's up to. That guy should not be trying to help me with this. So if it somehow does actually let him do something, it's gotta just one-shot him right after. Yeah, you're watching? Okay, so for me, I use the rabbit till foraging or farming 40. Because after farming 40, the speed up to fortune ratio that it gives you is not gonna be worth it. So for like the first, you know, till you reach 30 to 40, somewhere in there, is when I would switch off rabbit, or until your rabbit's level 100. Because the amount of fortune that you're gonna get from the base level ups is gonna be more worth it in the long run once you get and then going for pets. Mushroom isn't bad. I'm not gonna ever tell you Mushroom's bad, but elephant is better. So if you're going for just pure money, go for elephant. If you're going for levels, then go for rabbit. And if you want to mix, I would use the rabbit until you're about level 4, farming like 30 to 40. You have super many rabbit pets if you can have legendary. What? You have a mythic rabbit? They get up to mythic? I forgot about that. Yeah, mine's a mythic too. I forgot. Yeah, my rabbit has 87 million EXP. So and it only requires about 26 million EXP on a pet to get it to level 100 as a legendary. I don't know if the mythic is if there's a big difference. But it's 26 million and mine has 87. So I farmed about 60 million more EXP on it than what is needed. Just because I wanted to level up faster. And when I got around farming 40 is when I made the switch. And I think that was a good spot. I think it might be better to do it a little bit earlier. Like maybe around farming 30 or just whenever you get the pet to level 100. Then it's worth making the switch because either way, you're going to want all your pets level 100. You're farming 33 right now. I would wait if you have a rabbit pet that's close to level 100, I would farm it to level 100 and then just grind the elephant. If your rabbit's already max level, then just grind the elephant. It's not going to make that big of a difference. Let me check what his armor is. So, something that's overlooked a lot is that sometimes set bonuses aren't the best. Sometimes it's not worth to do a whole set. Because sometimes, like, the set bonus isn't very good, and just swapping out the helmet for a helmet with slightly better stats might be better. Oops. Oh, I did place down an overclock. Sweet. Let's go. You need help on floor 6? Got any tips? Don't rush. You need at least Shadow Assassin armor to do floor 6. Can I kill these? Where'd he go? I'm gonna die. I couldn't hit the freaking bats. I hate this game. Oh, that's so annoying. Do. I think it's, the Tar Helm is really good, but if you don't have Shadow Assassin or Necron already, I don't know. Too broke for a legendary elephant. Am I better off buying an epic and then upgrading it with cat, or just wait? If you were to buy an epic, level it up to 100, and then upgrade it a cat, it's actually cheaper than buying a level 100 or buying an epic or a legendary. Because the way that cat works is, cat makes it so that, how do I want to phrase this? The higher level your pet is when you go to upgrade it through cat, the cheaper it is. Plus, elephant will make you money, but I think, isn't it the legendary perk of the elephant that makes it the most? Yeah. So trunk fortune is what makes it really good. So it's up to you, really, because the trunk fortune is what really is selling it for you, because that's how you're gonna make your money farming, is by using better gear and using that. But you can also get pretty far with just using like a rabbit pet. Like if your rabbit pet isn't level 100 and you don't have a legendary elephant, it might be better to go with a rabbit, because you're gonna be able to get those levels to get that farming fortune, where your elephant isn't really doing anything. It's just kind of there, taking, soaking up EXP. Now, you could EXP share to it if you wanted to. My advice, if you're gonna EXP share, is to EXP share whatever your, like, most annoying pet to level is. And since leveling up a elephant isn't that bad, I wouldn't normally recommend for you that. Are you serious? It spawned a second wave of bats. Freaking hate bats. The bats in this are what kill you, because if you leave 1 or 2 bats too many, then you just die. Like, look. Oh, hey, look, I'm taking like 0 damage now. I don't even have my overflux popped. Or my healing buff. And oh, hey, look, it barely got me under half. I hate the bats. The bats are such an annoying mechanic. Make it so there's less bats, they do less damage. The only reason why I say that is because I don't think you can buffer against it. And that is a money-making strategy, is leveling up pets and then selling them. I will not deny this. But right now for you, what I would suggest is, since you don't have a legendary elephant, is put your elephant on your free EXP share slot, and then level up your rabbit, and then every time you level up your rabbit, you can either sell it, and then buy a new one and re-level it, or maybe by then you farmed up enough money to upgrade your elephant at cat. Those are my 2 suggestions. What I did is if the pet is reasonable to buy from either an NPC or grind, then I grinded for it, and then I'd level it to 100, and then I just kept it, and then any extras I got from either just so happen to get from grinding, like I get a lot of hound pets and megalodons when I do either Sven or Marina. So if it's related to like one of those, then you know I just sell it because I already have like my good ones, and also they sell for a good amount. It just really depends on what you want to do, but I can only give you advice off of what I did. My brother, my younger brother, I think he used an elephant and an EXP share to his rabbit because he just wanted more money and didn't really care about anything else. And it was like, well, I might as well get my rabbit to level 100 while I'm at it. So if that's what you want to do, then that's what you're going to do. My brother, it used to be, I think he's right now number 2 in Ghast collection. And he's got like a ton of combat EXP. So he's like very much so on the combat orientated side of this game, where I do a lot more of the farming stuff. I think his farming milestones might be higher than mine, but my farming level is higher than his. Because I don't think his is 60, or if it is, then I missed an arc of my brother's life. But, a okay money-making strategy for the early game would just be a, can I, channel this? No. It would be elephant pet with either pumpkin or melon farms. Or sugarcane. Sugarcane technically would be the most, but it just depends on how you want to set it up. And the reason why I say that is because, pumpkin, melon, and sugarcane are really easy to set up for farming. You can get the RNG's chance to get more money while you're farming them with their respective tools. What's the other one? You can upgrade your minions really easily to being maxed in those fields, which would be 12. All 3 of those have a level 12 minion if you're willing to do the pelt quest, which would be, it's actually buffed right now because of the mayor. So really, those are the options I'm giving you, or ideas I'm giving you. Leveling up your farming leveling up your farming minions manually is actually a really good way of saving money. The alternative is if you're farming sugarcane, you can actually save all your sugarcane and then use it for brewing potions to get a higher alchemy EXP, and then you can use the alchemy EXP with sharing or EXP shares. And during certain mayor buffs to level up several minions at once, or several pets at once. And with the excess money from leveling up the pets, you're actually able to not make profit, but only be down like 10 to 15 mil. And since you farmed all the sugarcane yourself, you're not actually down 10 to 15 mil. You're actually going to get all that money back, and then it'll be like a little reimbursement once you're done with all of your alchemy. Because that's what I did, is I farmed up all my alchemy EXP through farming sugarcane manually, and then during the Technoblade event, I leveled up a parrot to max, and then I leveled up a sheep pretty high, and I think I leveled up my guardian pet to max. I think that's what I did. I can't remember, it's been a while. It's been years. But I do know that I got some of my pets to max. Pests also do a ton of farming EXP, that is true. Pests are goated for farming EXP. Technically, you could wear the Exterminator armor, because I think the Exterminator armor makes it so that pests appear more frequently, and so you could grind out your farming EXP that way, if that's what you so desire. But I don't think that's ideal, I think that's just an idea. Because pumpkin and melon, or not pumpkin and melon, pumpkin and sugarcane. Technically, sugarcane makes slightly more EXP per hour, but it's like minuscule. It's like 50k or 100k, something like that. Like a lot of the things where it's like, this is the best. It's just the best by a little bit. I will say that melon is not as good as pumpkin for EXP. That's just flat out statistical. It is. And then for sugarcane, it's kind of dependent on your setup, apparently. Same with pumpkin. You can technically have a setup with pumpkin where you're hitting not 1, not 2, but 3 pumpkins and melons all at the same time. But that's a really annoying setup that I don't think any of you guys are going to do. But if you set up for those crazy kind of farms, then yeah, you should just farm whichever one of those crazy farms you have set up. I think the 3 breaking pumpkin farm is the most efficient money per hour, but it's also like more setup. So just know that every time you make a farm, that's like, you know, oh, the perfect farm for this or that. It's also going to be like the most amount of time setting up. If you don't like setup like me, then you're just going to want to make simple farms. My island, my farming island is totally visible to the public, so you can go check out my farming island. And I'm pretty sure all my farms are infinite. Or at least pretty close. I still need a couple of steps in my garden milestone. It's getting close, but it's not max. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but it's pretty close. I love my dogs. The setup for making farming is low-key the worst part about farming. Yes, exactly. But you guys can check out my garden. And on my garden, every single one of those crops is infinite, except, I think, cactus. I think cactus is close to being infinite. Like 100% efficiency infinite. And then I think everything else is. Like I said, I don't really try. I need to get diamonds and everything, but I don't care that much. I do have some perks in some of them, but I just don't remember what they all are. Like, I think I have some platinums in a couple. I might have a diamond, but it's just, you know, once I got farming 60, I was like, okay, I'm good with farming until, you know, I want either a space helmet or I really care about farming. But, you know, I'm happy not doing a lot of farming. I did enough farming to get some of the equipment and some of the armor sets so that I can do better. Your pumpkin is looking down. What do you mean? Like down bad or down syndrome? So I can tell you right now, that's an infinite pumpkin farm. Same with melon. My pumpkins have a hole in them? No shot. If it has a hole, that just means it didn't, like, no, I think the farms are supposed to grow while you're off. Let's kill these stupid bats during the last phase that they spawn. They spawned just after the phase, everything would have been just fine. But no, they had to spawn right during the last phase. Like, they spawned here? I wouldn't care. And look, I just switched it to its third phase. Super easy because I made sure to kill the bats. I always think that, like, oh, I can leave a bat or two. I can burst it down the rest of the way. No! Stop lying to yourself. Yeah, I'll go look at that in a moment. Hey! I got an adjusted mosquito. Oh! Huh. That's cool. Where do I have a hole in my pumpkin? That's my melon. Oh, all these little holes? That's because it's not loaded. But if you look, all the plant stems are there. They will grow. Since I'm here, might as well. Is this my pest armor? Yes, it is. Is it here? Where did I put it all? It's been a hot minute since I've done this, so I'm kind of fumbling about, trying to remember where I put everything. I know I have a vacuum somewhere. Where's my vacuum? There's my vacuum. Vacuum, and then... I need to collect pests anyway, so might as well. You get in a plot where it says the pest is, you wait a couple seconds, and then you can... Boop. I was doing this like daily. I'd log into the garden like once or twice during a day so that I could work on getting my pest up high so that I could get both the slug pet and the other pets through the shop, upgrades and stuff, just so I can get more Skyblock EXP. So I think my younger brother's above me, but he also is like balling. I have Mav in queue. I don't know what that is. Your visitor? Is it like a rare visitor? Oh, that was new! Pog! I did really work on my farming for a while because there's a little bit of crossover from farming to, whatever it's called. I'm trying to remember. Mining. Because the gemstones, so I would do a lot of my mining and stuff. Gemstones is pretty good. Earthworms, the only ones I hate. Okay, let's go check out Mav. Hi, you. I don't care! Just ask me what you want. Got any fermento? I truly don't think I do. Harvest Hargenber 6 potion? Well, I have to do this now. You guys, you cursed me. That. I can leave the rest of my inventory. We're gonna do sugarcane. This is gonna be easiest. Farming stream, I guess. Quickly became a farming stream. Do I have any farming pets I can level up? The pig! That's right, I don't have my pig leveled up yet. Or chicken? Chicken's level 100. Pig time. Pig farming armor. We're gonna move this. We're gonna actually just leave that there. Let's take off my equipment. Put on the farming equipment. Is this Recon? It is. A lot of my farming stuff is not even close to being maxed, but it's close enough. So my shoes are set to 255, and then I look at about a 45-degree angle, and then I just hold my two keys, and I just do this. And this is how I farm my sugarcane. I also have 2 personal compactors, which they need to make a they need to make another tier of super compactors to make my life easier. What is that? Farming while watching someone else farm. True. This is min-max farming efficiency. Sugarcane is next Jacobus contest. That's in 17 minutes. My perk is the Nether Wart. I can easily get a gold, I'm pretty sure, with my setup because it's pretty decent. Wait, it's all mossy? I don't think my boots are mossy, right? No, they're not mossy boots. I need to upgrade my boots to mossy. But otherwise, I got a pretty good setup going on. Like, what is that? Every 5 seconds I'm getting 1,000 EXP? Every 5 seconds I'm getting 500 EXP. I'm getting 100 EXP a second. To pets. Which are amped. my EXP to pets because of how many different buffs I have. Like, I have a talisman that does it, and then I also, the higher your level is, the more it gets, and then the EXP bonus also helps. The farming bonus on the pet, so. Normally I get like 1 or 2 fermentos in a pass-through of this farm. So let's see. This is a very boring part of the game. You. Hey, that's pretty good. I need as many unique visitors as I can get. Wait, since that one needs fermento, I should probably just cash in on what all the others want so I can start getting things going. Getting the line moving. Before I forgores. I don't even think this pet's useful. Yeah. You want golden carrots? I don't care to do that right now. Okay, I don't have any wheat. Don't care about that. Hey, look. Okay, well, you I will end up doing. Thanks for the dead bush. Hungry hiker. Pumpkins. Hey, look, I'm getting flour. Pog. I collect dead bushes over here. There we go. So let's recipe cane. Hey, look at that. One of them wants 10 enchanted sugarcane, which is a lot. But considering it's Seraphine, that's a good one. Hey, look, I got one of my fermentos, poggers. Got the first fermento. Very important. Yeah, I have 17 million EXP overflow in farming. After 60. So, I've done a decent amount of farming. I think when the farming update came out, I was like farming 42 or 45 or something like that. Somewhere in there. And then I have the original farm still on my island. I'm removing the netherwort farm because the netherwort farm causes a lot of lag. I don't know why it does, but that one specifically causes a lot of lag on my island. So I'm removing that one. Because I never had lag before I added that one, and then I had lag when I did add that one. And I only have lag when I'm looking at it, so that's why I've removed a lot of it. To try and help with that lag. Because I used to have every single farm, almost, infinite on my island. Because that's how the old events worked before this came out. Okay, where is it? Oh, that's my pet. Your rabbits are already 39. So here's the thing about farming, is to get your pet from 90 to 100 is the same amount of EXP. To get it from, I think it's 91. So from 0 to 91 is the same amount of EXP is required to get it from 91 to 100. With how the scaling works. So the first 90 levels take just as long as the last 10 levels for leveling up pets. So just keep that in mind. Well, also with the farming pets, this kind of goes for a lot of pets. So the wolf, rabbit, silverfish, squid, all those pets will be easier. Tara will all be easier to level in comparison to other pets doing the same thing because they have an innate EXP buff built in, which is stacking and will give itself more EXP. So, yeah. Because the way that the game calculates is it takes how much EXP you're getting and then does a math system to give it to the pet. So if your pet is giving you more EXP, the pet itself is going to get more EXP. So that's why the rabbit, the squid for fishing, Wolf for combat, Tara for specifically spiders, Enderman for specifically Enderman. Why those ones are. The fact that they're buffing their own EXP also gives them even more EXP. Exactly. So they're leveling up faster because they're buffing themselves, along with buffing you. So there's a little bit of like a placebo in effect because you're like, oh, well, it seems like it's leveling up faster. It is because it's also leveling itself up through its system. Through its own EXP boost. So it is leveling itself up faster, but you got to keep that in mind. Other pets aren't going to level up as fast in their respective categories because you might be like, oh, look at how fast my rabbit's leveling up. That means pumpkin and melon must be really good for EXP. And then you go over to elephant, and it's like, why is my elephant taking so long? Well, that's because the rabbit buffed yours and in turn buffed itself. That's why a rabbit pet will always be faster at farming, leveling itself up through farming, than any other pet leveling itself up through farming. Same with silverfish and mining. Technically, there might be a little bit of nuance there because you can't instant break some things in mining, where with the silverfish, where you might with other pets. So, yeah, that's a little bit of like a nuance thing. So I'm not exactly sure with that, but like you get the general concept. Because, like, using a Scatha on Gemstone, you're going to break the Gemstone faster than using a Silverfish on Gemstone. So I guess there's probably, like, a hard cap where, you know, you need a certain base amount of stats for it to be better. But that's besides the point. Also, I just got my second Fermento, so let's go. And she gives 100 farming EXP. So let's see if that levels up my pig. My pig has a 40% boost. It's at 80. So let's see. My pig is at 85. And my pig just went up to 400,000. So it just gained 310,000. That's how much multiplier I just got. This recipe. Oh, whoops. What do you want? Can I just read? Sure. Let's recipe. Okay. Hey, look at that. I'm surprised I didn't level up my pet. Oh, it did. Okay. Look at that pig level up. What is this? Oh! That seems pretty useful. That seems useful for events. I'm going to put it in here. This is useless. Yeet! Get rid of that. Yeah. Let's go to the Crimson. Let's quickly switch my armor to Crimson armor. Let's put away my stuff. You go in there. You go in here. Oops. We're going to switch back to doing Spooders, so I can switch all of this stuff back. And then I don't think I need Fine Flower for this NPC. I think I've got it all under control. But just in case, we're going to see how close we are. And you can see I have farmed out quite a bit of Fine Flower in the past. Where is this NPC? I think it's like over here. No. She's somewhere over in this area. Ezekiel. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. I also need to cash in my dailies. I should probably be doing those. I don't do my dailies nearly as much as I should. What are you? Oh, your Abby phone is so much easier to get to talk to. Oh, I need to start working with you. Instead of mine. Mine is like through some stupid little mini game. Is it in here? No. Found her. Get me in. Right? I've given her 0 fine flour. Chat, I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm not as fine as I once thought I was. I've come so far and gone so hard, but in the end it doesn't really matter. Yay, Golden Dragon level up. I need to get my Barbarian maxed so that I can get my last couple of bits for my 60, because I'm only 6 minions away. And red sand is 3, and that's going to be cheaper than literally anything else that I can max. Because otherwise, everything else on this first page is max, if you look. Like, literally everything besides red sand and mycelium. And I don't want to swap until I get maxed the red sand. And then I have Tara, Rev, Vampire, Inferno, Void Gloom. So just the Slayer minions are missing level ups, which is a lot of money. Digested mosquitoes used to be so cheap, and now they're kind of expensive. Like, whew. How much are they? They used to be 500k. How much are they now? Most lowest. Here we go. Now they're 2 mil. I remember when these things were like 300, 400k. Jeesh. For mosquito pet? Which is better for pests? And then the Tara ring, which honestly, the Tara ring's not bad. This would actually be a worthwhile upgrade if I got this. Unfortunately, I don't have that. Oh, before I forget, pro tip, guys, toxic arrows, if you sell a stack at an NPC, is 128k. So right here, this is, we'll just say 100 and I think it's 56. We sell it at an NPC, it's half a mil. So you're basically getting double your money for selling toxic arrows to the bazaar because people buy them for Kudra. So that is your pro tip for the day. And then also always make sure to upgrade all of your Slayer stuff to its next tier if you can easily farm out the stuff that it needs, because you'll make a lot more. Recipe, what is it? No, this. For Revenant Viscara, I can craft 3. I need more string, so recipe string. And look, 14. There we go. It's like another Viscara. And that's one of the good ways of saving money, is by buying the components and then crafting them yourself. And you save a small bit. Especially with, like, Revenant Viscara. Most of the time, it's actually just better just to buy the string and then craft it from the excess Revenant flesh you have yourself. I am running the wrong armor. This is the armor I want to run. Boop. Yeah. I'm like, is there anything I'm forgetting? I don't think so. Dude, lately I've just been so sleepy. I don't know if it's like just a me thing or a skill issue. I hate these pets. There you go, bud. Helps you out. Oh, he's got a plasma. I have an overflux. I almost forgot to switch to this. That could have been really bad. Grabbing out the other half of my hotbar. I almost forgot. It happens, guys. It happens. I can't think of everything, okay? My brain is only so massive. I can't think of everything. I can almost think of everything because of how massive it is. It is the massivest. You've never seen something quite so massive. That's what all the ladies say. What's good magic points for dungeons? I don't even have good, and I'm functioning. So it's kind of dependent, but, you know, the higher the better. Can I kill you, bats? Thank you. I don't do dungeons. That would be my brother that you would have to ask, because he would give you a better answer than me. Are you serious? A second round of bats. Get rid of all the bats. There we go. What's my current? Oh, yours is 438. That's not terrible. Get up to at least 500? I'd have to agree. I think mine's pushing 800. I have to look in a moment. I'm almost 900 magical power. Almost 900. And I play tank, so... These guys, they do so much. Oops. I'm going to leave it on 1 HP, because if I leave it just barely alive, then I'm pretty sure it prevents the next phase of bats. Leaving one on, like, nothing. And then during this phase, kill the bat. Now I'm going to kill these. And then burst it the rest of the way. It doesn't matter if it spawns bats now, because it's too low for it to matter. Hey, look, it only spawned one phase. Let's go. Perfectly calculated, as all things should be. You should get at least like a handful of your Slayers all to level 3, so that your what is the word I'm looking for? So you can use the Maddox bat phone without it being a big deal. Dude, I'm just constantly sleepy lately. I think it might be like partially like a depression thing. Like a big sad moment. Here, I'll help you with the hatchlings. There you go, bud. Let's heal him up a bit. And call him Home Slice. Oof. Do 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 and do 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 do. I like trying this click as fast as I can. Like, die! This is the hard part. This is actually the easiest part. This one just takes time. You always recon bomb? I have very few recon bomb talismans. I have enriched talismans. I think I have like the same amount as enriched as recon bombed. I avoid recon bombing because I feel like your enriching is more efficient. also wanted to check something. Slash warp gala T. Petlock. Where did I get you? Let's look at the arthropod. Where did I get you from? Must have been when I was vacuuming pests. Weird. We look. I'm collecting eels. Oh wait, I need to do that. My dailies. Let's withdraw 8 mil. Oof. I'm poor. Do I really want to do that? I don't think so. I think I'll skip it today. I need to grind out more money before I do that. What is my money looking like? What do I have to sell? What can I grind out? Give me! Okay, well, I'm not doing that. But, what is in here? I have a lot of glossy I could sell. Wolf teeth. If I farmed gold, I could get so much more out of my wolf teeth. Same with my revenant flesh if I farmed string. Fine jasper. Let's recipe jasp. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's 9 mil. And then mangrove core, nether stars, fine jasper. Some of them are fine, but blue ice and 8 million from other things. I could sell my glossy, but I think I'm saving my glossy for upgrading my armor. So I kind of want to continue to do that. But that right there is a couple mil if those two sell. These sell, and these sell down by the seashore. Then everything should be pretty decent. So let's recipe string. Let's recipe this for Viscara. To my island. So let's recipe I for more of these. Over to here. That away. That away. As you can see, we're slowly collecting enough to level this guy up. Why do I have an ended sword in there? That's odd. I can probably pay, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go with 8 stacks and then we'll start selling these. Soul String's worth a lot right now. I don't want to sell that. We're going to just quickly look to see what I got. You don't know what you got till it's gone. I need a lot of mangrove core and fig / recipe mangrove cores. And then if I do fig, do the same with fig. I already did that. And then here for that. And then if we look, yeah, mangrove core, 6.9 mil. That's pretty good. Enchanted flint, I want to hold on to that for upgrading into silk. Wolf teeth, I need the farm gold for. Same with revenant flesh. Well, that one needs string. I guess I could sell the jasper. I don't really need it right now. So let's sell the jasper too. Oh, one of those sold. Sweet. And then fine onyx. I don't really care about onyx whatsoever, so I'll just sell these. Ink sacks. Not with a K. I need it, or C with a K. Ink sacks this. Boom. Pow. Yeah, and then fixed stones. I don't want to sell fixed stones. / recipe gem. / recipe flawed. There we go. Let's do it like this. Okay, I already did that one. Already did this one. Already did that. Let's see what I got to cook with. Okay, I did that. So I've been doing a lot of grinding lately in there, so I just kind of am curious what I've got spare lying on hand to work with. So recipe flawed, fine. Now we're gonna do the fine ones. Okay. And then, is it flawless? Flawless. Already did the Jasper. Any sapphires? Nope. Peridot? Nope. Ruby? Nope. Jade? No, but we're close. Citrine? No. 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 That one's gonna be a no, probably. Yeah, nada, and then nothing. Okay. That's what I thought. And now, what do we got to sell? Chanted ink sacks. They sell for 100k each. That's actually quite good. I need to start farming ink then. So I think I have a good amount of ink sacks on my island. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got going on. Nothing. Well, that answers that. Healing tissue. Huh. Odd. Just checking to see what I have that I've been sitting on for a while. Whoops, not you. I do have a lot of stuff to sell. These pets I'm keeping. I don't really like pets though, for the most part. I don't really know what we're working on. We're just kind of darting around, trying to satiate my boredom. Because I only really play this game for like a half hour at a time, and then I go play some other games for a bit, then I come back, go play some other games for a bit, come back. Because when I get into like this repetitive streak of just grinding the same thing nonstop, I don't really enjoy it. Unless it's like late in the evening. I'd much rather prefer something else. I've been playing a lot of League lately. I know. It's so disgusting. I'm such a terrible person to play League of Legends. Love that he didn't spawn. I can't kill the spiders, or the freaking bats, because I'm killing the spider. And the bats have too much drain for me to out-heal while I'm trying to kill them all. This is such a bad mechanic, because I literally couldn't have done anything different there. I guess I could have waited to heal up to full HP, then killed all the little dots, then tried to burst the spiders, or I could just have get a Hyperion to burst the bats, or a giant sword to use the activated ability. But then I'm spending hundreds of million coins just to do a dumb little gimmick to try and prevent myself from dying every once in a while to a game mechanic. Like, brother, why is it even like that? It shouldn't be like that in the first place. But whatever. It stinks sometimes. Like this guy. That guy does so much damage. Look at me. 300 HP. Because of poison. That's tilting. That's really tilting. I could try and grind dragons. Like, just go and kill a whole bunch of zealots. Kill some, like, low-level zealot mini-bosses. get Chimera on my sword. You know, the usual. See, now I can kill him. Because he's not hitting me, so I'm able to heal through their vamp. And I'm going to leave that one so that it doesn't spawn more in a later phase. Now that bat will die. See, I can easily do this when it doesn't, you know, not spawn the bats or spawns them in a really inopportune moment. I can do it pretty quickly. Like, look, it's got... What, am I going to do this in under a minute? Okay, that was like a minute boss. Not bad. Minute 10 seconds. Which isn't great, I'll admit, but isn't terrible. Brother, why am I just so tired? I'm starting to think, like, sugar... I'm starting to, like, burn out after I have sugar, I think, is what's happening. It's like, I'm gonna eat, I have a little bit of, like, you know, I had a PB&J, and I had a Mountain Dew, and I think it's the sugar crash from, like, the Mountain Dews actually getting to me now. That means I'm getting old! No! How was I supposed to get old? We made a deal, God! Not me and Chandler. Anyone but me and Chandler can get old. I feel like that's a deep cut reference you guys might not get. I was poisoned for so long from the mini boss that it dropped me so low because the poison stacked that as soon as the bat spawned, the instant first tick of drain killed me. Okay. I'm gonna call it there because that was the second time I died to the game mechanic just spawning the bats at the absolute worst time in the last 5 minutes. And if it happens a third time, I am going to tilt off the face of the earth. So we are done doing that part. We're gonna grind other things. We are not doing Spooders. Withdraw 5.5 mil / warp Galatea. We're gonna do some other stuff so that I don't crash out. Cause whoo, that was so annoying right there. So we're gonna do that. Grab this. Go here, bam, 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 bam. Here, you put these away. Grab this. I'm pretty sure once I get my David's cloak up another tier. What is that? What is this? Strength 5, defense. What is the defense on this? It doesn't have any defense. Okay, well, David's cloak is just strictly better for damage. Oh, it's a legendary now? When did this become legendary? Epic? It shouldn't be a legendary. That's weird. Whatever, I guess. I'll take it. I should probably start using this other cloak for damage from now on. Because I think it would be better at this point. Bug pixel? Exactly! I was like, I think it would be better once I get it up to the next tier. Looks at it. Why did you just upgrade? Game? Like, I can't be the only one that saw that. Don't lobby swap, it might change. That's true. Or if I put it... No, because I equipped it for my hand, I thought. Either way, game is so goofy. Gecko, gecko, iguana, eel, Monterey, crocodile, alligator, viper, python, viper, not crocodile, but python makes king cobra. Now we eat all these. Look at that. Echo resistance. My resistant attributes are now 18% stronger. Lucky rod, fishing treasure has better chance, and my atomizing stuff is better. I just reached a common in Akada with 10 points because I ate one little thing. Like this. Boop. Now that's efficient. Boop, boop. Now 1, 2. My Agatha contests are not going up that quick. What is, how close am I? 5K and I need 10K. That's taking so long. It takes so long. This one's any extras and it's not really worth using wood bait. I could give better fortune, but I don't want to yet. What's up in here? I feel like these three are going to be really good to upgrade later on. That's so weird. Oh, my python's maxed. Okay, so crocodile plus python can make... Crocodile, python makes alligator, which is resistance. This one's hunting fortune. We're gonna go with alligator just because I know that it's closer to being max because I only need 4 more. So I think that'll be better. You just got 4 crazy rare drops in the Jacobix contest. That's goated. How? I put it in my hand. It's still a legendary. I don't get it. Why? Like, do I want to get it? Do I want to understand how this works? Do I even care to try and understand how this works? It's like, it's legendary. It's now better to be using this cloak and giving it the right upgrades than anything else. Just non-stop, because he has Hunter Fortune, which means I'm going to get like treasure stuff more often and treasure and better stuff. Like, the only thing it's worse in is defense, but it gives so much more health and strength that it's just purely better than using the Molten Cloak. This is so ridiculous. I don't know what to do. David's Cloak can go with the Mythic. It's the best in the slot right now. Okay. Well, I already knew that. It's just that they were both epic, and I already had the other one reforged. So it gave better defense, but now I'm just like, well, now that this one's better, you know. I don't know why it's better, but it's better. This game is so jank sometimes. Because isn't the rarity defined by how many uniques you have unlocked? Or is it by how many tiers you have unlocked? Because I think it's uniques. Either way, we could do ghost grinding. We could grind ghosts for a bit, because I know ghost grinding would be decent for stuff. Oh, I forgot. Oh, wait. That, and then... Yeah, I saw you. You can't escape my sight. There we go. The Hydeon leaf. Then back here, I haven't maxed this out yet because it just takes a lot of time. You just gotta kind of keep on coming out here and checking on them. You come out and then you just feed them. I think each one takes about 45. Also, these are really easy to get and really easy to set up your traps for if you're lazy and don't feel like farming it. Just like a pro tip. And usually if there's 3 spawn, you can feed all 3 and then one of them respawns. Silky Reforge is cheap, but you gotta be a certain combat level, I'm pretty sure. And just quickly look around to see if one respawned. Because sometimes they'll respawn by the time you finish feeding them if you feed the right one first. Then I'm pretty sure I have all my fees, my red knots and stuff maxed. Anything that they could really be useful for maxed. So I'm quickly just like hopping around. I do think I need to get frogs. I think I need to work on my frog collection for something. And then these guys, the way that you get these guys is you walk up with sneak or stealth 1 on your boots. Just kind of hang out near them for a moment. And then they should... Yep, see, 1 tick. 2 tick, catch. Frogs are also super easy. Like, the easiest things to max are the ones based around fish once you get this thing going a little bit. Then you can go over for frogs. And frogs, you just chase down and punch. Dolphins. Dolphins are kind of messed up how you got to do it, but I'll show you real quick just to make it easier for you guys. Dolphins, you take and you hit them a couple of times. And then they go onto their own little quest. And then they all hide out in here. And then you just... You just kill them, sort of. I would recommend to not look too far into the thought process behind how the fishing one works. Don't I have stealth on this? I don't have stealth on this. Oh! It's working. Poggers. And for frogs, you just kind of punch them and chase them. And then once you start the system, they'll start growing green. And maxing out frog makes it faster. So you want to max out frog and then combine them with the way that frog reads. Frog reads something like, frogs might take less jumps with the tier 1 of frog, of like normal one. And then once you combine them, they can get into different tiers that make it easier. They're called mossy bits. They're really easy. Especially if you have like a way of teleporting or like some sort of speed buff. It takes like 15 minutes to max them. That's the only thing you work on. Especially since you can get a couple of these guys going at the same time. Wow, that went so far. This should be the last one. Yep. There are so many frogs all over the place. Jeez. There's typically a lot less frogs. Did they change spawn rates on frogs? These guys are spawning like super fast. Normally you'd clear them all and then you have to wait like 5 minutes. Wasn't ever this fast when I did it like a month ago. Look, I got a whole bunch of frogs. Okay, take the frogs. Wait, no, I don't. Ooh, that makes eel. That's good to know. Frogs plus that. That makes Rana. I need to go catch more bluefish. Okay, well, your frog pets gain strength. I now have better respiration. And I have more frog fortune from Mossy Box. Yay! God pods become so much more expensive. Yeah, they do that. Also, these Dreadwing guys, they're worth a good pretty penny. And they're not that hard to capture. What the? Alright, I stand corrected. There we go. Where's my bluefish? I need my blues. That's an axolotl. Get deep in the water. Catch some fishies. Catching the green fish you can mix with certain ones because certain shards just need anything to be mixed with them to get to their tier 2 phase. And so what I like to do is I like to get the green fish and use the green fish for my mixing where they don't care, my greens and blues. Because like some things like Burning Souls, I think is what it's called. They don't care what you use. They just care that you're, you know, doing it and fusing two things together. So for those guys, I like to use... There it is. I like to use the green ones. Because the green ones aren't useful for a lot. Green and blues can make like a lot of different shards. And you can max them all out pretty quickly. You just farm a lot of these green and blue guys. Cons are also useful, but they're a little bit trickier to max out depending on what tier and patience level you have. Like, I'm pretty sure my sea creature is maxed. And you can get sea creature from combining greens and blues. And, like, look at just how quickly I'm catching these guys. Like, it is not a hard task. Now, yes, I have better armor, so I have better respiration than you guys. It's still not that hard, though. I do need to get the pufferfish one, which requires a better tool. The thing about CODs is that you gotta do, like, the math just right. Because you gotta make sure that their spinning doesn't reach over 100%, and I give 35, so I need to wait till they get, like, I do 2 taps, wait till it drops down to 60, and then I gotta do it again. That's how I catch COD. With, my setup. It's got a pretty decent one. Okay, let's go this way. Go over here. Combine this and this for this. Let's do it a couple of times. I'm out of blues again. Let's go get more blues. Oh, there's a frog. While I'm at it, I might as well catch a frog. This is actually easier if you have multiple people because you guys can all kind of share the frogs. So then, yeah, like this guy's working on it. I'll let him do it. I've hit both those frogs already. Now they're highlighted, so it's easier for him to see. Go over here. I hear some frogs. Yeah, see, I just got 2 mossy bits. And I got 2 again. I didn't even have to hit them. Or finish them. I just had to hit them once or twice. There's more blue down there. Sometimes the trading system where how much it costs to rewards is not a very good deal. Salmon are really easy. You just kind of spam at them. Joy divers also pretty easy. You just kind of gotta wait them. Is it messed up? Kind of. Are you technically killing them? A little bit, but just don't think about it. Don't think that deeply. Axolotls, I need to max. Fair, yeah. Like, if you spin these guys too fast, it literally says they explode. Like, I'm literally exploding fish by spinning them in water. I'm actually making the centrifugal force on the fish so high they combust. That is kind of a crazy thing to think about. Let's see if I got anything that I'm missing for salmon. There is like a smart infusion thing. I don't know if that's actually like functioning right now. Or like what's up with it. But we're going to try and get a good amount of variety going right now. Just to test it out. See if I can get it going. Because I got a good amount of frogs, I got a good amount of greens, blues, I got a good amount of salmon and cod. Let's switch armor to my other armor, because this one has the sneaking feat, which makes it better. Oh, 2 people just joined. I'll post that I'm live still in the guild. Let them know what I'm up to. You're gonna head out, thanks for the tips. Yeah, just letting you know, Galaxy, crazy amounts of shards that you can get from Galaxy that are always super helpful. There we go. There's my axolotl. No, don't run away! Come back here. Dang it. It's easy to do the axolotls than in smaller areas, but the problem with doing the axolotls in these smaller areas is they're less common. Oh, there's one. I should be doing the suction guys underground, the Strider boys. I should be doing those, honestly. Should be doing the Striders. That would be really good. Get a whole bunch of Strider shards. So I've already done it before in the past, but I sold a whole bunch of my shards. And now I'm curious, how many do I need for that unique fusion thing? So I feel like I got a pretty decent amount. But we're just going to quickly farm up a couple of everything just to see how it works. Because I just farmed up some cod, salmon, blue and green fish. We're going to get a moss bit, and then I'm going to get that axolotl. I'll get you. Stop that. I can't get that axolotl. It's moving. Or I'm moving. You come back. I'm not going to be able to swing that far. That's not working. There's frog. If you have a hard time finding where the frogs are, you can turn on subtitles, and then the subtitles will tell you where things are. I hit it once. I'm going to get the share. I'm trying to move as little as possible. Come on, come on. No! Get back here. No! What about for you? Is this close enough? I have the perk of the shoe. Come on, bud. Work with me. There you are. Poggers. Hit you. Hit you. I really want to see, does anyone know if there's like a certain number of fusions you need for this, or shards you need for the smart fusion? I'm gonna let him finish that one off. Hit that one. There's that. Okay. Now we're gonna go over to here. There's an axolotl. You gotta wait. Have you guys seen like that silly axolotl song about the penguin and the axolotl? If you guys have not, I'll pull that up on stream in a minute. Because that is an adorable little song. A fun little ditty, if you will. Not in the P Diddy, but ditty as in, like, a fiddle. And then if we go in here... Come on, get me through. Get me out! Nope, too far. Let's feed some of these guys. We're going to get them close so that someone else can come by and finish them off. And then by doing that, we're like sharing the shards. I see some guy going for him. Already got him halfway. Boop. Now we're going to share. See? That is the power of friendship right there, guys. I want to hit this frog. I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I have enough blues for this, but we're going to try. Let's see. More greens, some more salmon. Stop it. There we go. Another joy dive. There's my blues. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to make it so, you know what happens when you start to fish up the dolphins? They're going to run away, and then once you corner them, then you can kill them. Like, I don't know if you would like this very much, okay, buds, but okay. Smart infusion. Pick a shard you don't need to siphon anymore. Automatically look for a new one. Okay, well, not enough shards. What do you mean not enough shards? Shard, is it HB? Hunter Barks? Look at all these shards. I got tons. Azure, not the salmon, even though that would be good. I'm gonna go this. We're gonna try and get a couple of these and see what these combine with. Okay, I ran out of blue again. Let's see, Rana with Rana. Oh. Okay, frog makes salmon. Okay, don't want that. Frog, salmon makes ant. Cod, salmon, or frog. Okay, cod, squid. Oh, I don't have that max. So I need verdant plus that does not equal to what I want. So we're gonna go with that. How did I get a python? I thought I already used up all my python. Sea archer, python makes drown that or bird. I don't know. Python plus. Let's check all the different combinations. That makes king cobra, but that's still kind of pricey because I kind of want to save my king cobras. And then I can't combine 2 reds because I don't have enough. So let's go get some more blues. Woo! Farm blues. You know, if I farmed up a whole bunch of salmon for the ents and then just spammed out a whole bunch of ents, I wonder what the ents would combine into. Wait for the drop below 5. Boop. There we go. I should also be doing the night squids, but those are kind of annoying to get to. So I can only do so many night squids in like a window frame before I die. Oops. There we go. Come on. There we go. Frog, or not, oh wait, nope, not that. Blue, frog, Rana. Rana does not have enough to max, or mix with Rana yet, so we need to go get more blues. Man, we're needing a lot of these blues. That or it just can't be combined with itself. That is a possibility. Come on. I have a lot of these frogs, I guess. This is so much fun, guys. I'm having a blast. Oh, there's my blue. I really wish there was an easier way of getting blues. Sometimes it feels like the blues are the least common, which they probably are less common. Let's be honest. Okay, max that with that. Okay, red. Can I not combine red and red? Is that what's going on here? How many of these do I have? Hunter's box. I own 18, so I cannot combine red and red. Okay, well, that's good to know. Yeah, I can use some more sea archers. Green, sea archer. Combine. What is sea archer plus sea archer? Berbers? Nope, don't care about Berbers. Plus this? Ooh, let's make some ents. Green plus this makes ents. Battle frogs. Fun. Moss bit salmon makes ent. Ent plus this equals nothing cool. Ooh, axe spirit. Yay! Like, I just got a whole bunch of frog, or EXP to be fair. Frog plus this makes tide I don't care about, drowned, and salmon. Don't care about any of these. That's my old attributes. David's cloak. This one. No. It's this one. Unlocking a new unique attributes unlocks more. I get that. But now the question is what is the cheapest way to get one of each to max that? How many millions is that? I already have a ton. How much do mine help? Doesn't matter that I don't care too much. / hunter box. Like, I have a lot of things in here, and all of these are just useless. Like, maxed. Another one max. This one's also maxed. It's like, man, I have a lot of max attributes. But it's still probably, like, basically nothing. And then I almost have my mangrove max. If we go to shop and we look at this, I need 13 more. So we're getting there. We're definitely making our way. Shop. What does herring combine with? That makes toad. Or this. Falcon! That's a new one. Woo! Falcon. Pets gain 1% more EXP from combat. I haven't done any fusion with those guys, so that's probably the reason why. Frog. I don't have enough frogs mixed with anything else. And then if I were to pull out most of these guys, I would actually have a pretty good amount of money in here. Especially these burning souls. They make up a lot. Boop, boop, boop. Little pets. I still don't know how the attribute chart works. So if someone's watching this VOD on YouTube and knows how the attribute autocomplete thing works, please tell me. I have a whole bunch of max attributes, and even if my inventory is all full of max and I know that there's room for more, it just won't show me. It makes me very sad. Okay. Gonna stand a little bit back and then a little high. Sweet. Alrighty, on shards. Booster info. Huh. Is this just info? Yeah, I think so. I think this is just update info. Foraging Fortune? I already have Fortune. On my armor. I have Wisdom and Sweep. This gives Fortune. We're buying 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much are they going to cost to upgrade or apply to my armor? That's the real question. Because I think it's you, where it's bam, bam. No, that's not it. Is it a normal anvil then? 10k? Okay, I can work with that. 300k for more fortune? Yes, please. How much fortune is that? 8? I'd say that's worth. What is this? Foraging, Fortune. Wisdom, Sweep. Doesn't say Fortune. This one. Add the Fortune. 44. Oh, Fortune is 36. So it adds +8. Okay, yeah, I can do that. There we go. That was, what, 8 times 5 is 40. So I just spent 350k to add 40 foraging fortune to my setup. Not gonna lie, not bad. Pretty good. Oh, there it is. I'm collecting more. I'm almost to a whole stack of gems and then I can sell them again. I sell them by the stack for like $250,000, a little over $250,000. I'm still amazed that this somehow became a higher rarity. I don't know how that works. Like, I truly don't. So I'm just going to probably leave that there permanently now. Because I don't really have a reason to swap it off. That's plus strength, plus HP, and then I can reforge it to giving plus damage. So, yeah. Time for the daily dose of Bibble, and then we'll wrap up the stream. Surrounded by trouble. In this godless world, you will continue to experience difficulties, but take heart, I've conquered the world. John 16:33. The Bible states that man is born to trouble, and surely as sparks fly upwards. Job 5:7. Jesus himself promised that in this world you will have troubles. He literally guaranteed it, and it's just as likely to happen on one day as the next. Many serious problems are caused by the unrelenting attacks in your spiritual enemy. In this hymn, A Mighty Fortress is Our God, Martin Luther wrote that our ancient foe doth seek to work us woe, but God is our helper. Amid the flood of moral ills, he ends up with this triumphant declaration, and through this world with devils filled, should treat us unto us. We will not fear, for God hath willed his truth triumph through us. So despite your troubles, take heart. Jesus has overcome the world, and despite every problem that Satan throws your way, God will eventually cause you to triumph. You may end up with a few dents, but God will come through and he won't abandon you. Father, thank you that you're with me despite the flood of moral ills that seek to sweep me away. Help me, Lord, make your truth triumphant through me. Thank you guys for stopping by. I stream Monday through Friday at a time. I don't know when. Exclamation Discord, socials down in the description below so you guys can get updates. Follow me on Twitter, and yeah, I hope you guys stop by, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Goodbye.